I'm here with some March flip throughs, and I thought I would start with the things that I usually forget to do. So I have here my little Hobonichi 5-year journal in A6 size, and this is my first year, so it's not terribly exciting to look at, but I thought I would just go ahead and give a flip through of how I've been using it. So starting with March 1st, I finally gave myself permission. I had been feeling like I just kind of needed to fill in the, write in the whole thing. And I have recorded in other places, things I've done that day. So really, I'm starting to view this a little differently, like some of the high points, really focusing on things that will be interesting to me 5 years from now. So I'm kind of making a little bit of a shift in that and kind of giving myself permission to be a little more artsy with it. I had also really not been using this other side, and I'm still pretty reserved about that, but I am letting myself do that a bit as well. So I started just sticking in a few things. Most of them are pretty boring though, as far as just appearance. I do very minimal stickers. This was one of my Patreon stickers, and it just fit that day, so I put that in there. This is some washi by James Burke, created, that I really like. I got that in, but I'm pretty reserved with that. A little date dot there, but mostly I might draw a little something. And then I did do a series here where I'm doing a little bit more watercolor here and there, a little bit of drawing on that page. This one I kind of let myself loose a little bit more, but I figure as long as I don't do that all the time, and I still have plenty of time, for my other years here. I just don't want to use up too much of this page because I don't know, what future years will hold theirs, but once in a while, let myself kind of overlap onto this page a little bit. I don't think it'll hurt, even if I want to use this page for something later. So did some florals there. I had a solo show, and this was the little advertising thing for it, so I did go ahead and stick that in there. Tiny bit of drawing, getting a little more into illustrating my days. This day was super stormy, so I kind of added some watercolor in there. I did actually have this page kind of came loose a little bit, and I had to reinforce it with some washi tape, and that's the first time I noticed that happening in, the 3 months worth that I've done in here so far. And then this day we had snow, and so I actually used a Frisket and then watercolored on top of the Frisket, and then peeled the Frisket off, and then just wrote a short little blurb there to the side. But I think it'd be interesting, and to know kind of, I guess, what the weather was doing, the rest of these 4 years, what's the weather going to be like on that particular day. So I just thought that could be kind of interesting. So that just brings me up to April 1st, which is today, and before I go to bed tonight, I'll do some writing in there about today. So the other thing that I kind of don't think to show is in my really practical planner. The daily pages are used for kind of business stuff and list making and things like that, so there's nothing really to show there, but I do decorate my weekly pages. And we had March began on a Tuesday here, and so this is kind of how my pages will end up looking. They're a little messy, they're a they are working lists, so they get scribbled and marked out, and things change, and so they're not, you know, the beautiful, neat, and tidy thing, but they are very functional for me. I got in some Pipsticks. I ordered some stickers from Pipsticks. This is a picture my husband took at the grocery store of the empty pasta shelves. Is it like that in your part of the world? Just kind of curious if it's like that everywhere. But our pasta shelves are like wiped out. And just, you know, things like that of interest. Mostly it's just some stickers and dates and making a little decorative, trying to kind of block out some of my time. So I did recently make a video of, you know, decorating ahead some pages, and I don't think it was yet. See, I really love this washi tape. You can tell I used it here 2 weeks in a row. Really like that. This one's kind of blank, and I probably won't go back and do anything with it at this point. But, you know, it just happened that I didn't do a lot of extra stuff on that page this particular week. So, and then we have this week and the following week. I did decorate ahead, which I really like doing, because then the page is just fun throughout the week as you're using it, and so that is kind of fun. And this is the week we're on now, and brings us up to the end of March and the beginning of April. So that's it for that. I've kind of started doing some filling in on next week as the first full week of April. I like to do something a little different, you know, with the dates to kind of distinguish the month a little bit, especially when it's, you know, a split week. But that's pretty much how that goes. Okay, now for the part that I'm sure you're really here for, I'm going to do a flip through of my Hobonichi daily pages in my A5 day free journal. And find my way to March. I have not been doing much with my month overview pages. I'm still kind of feeling my way on that. Last year I really made use of them with my goals and everything. I started this year intending to do like tracker habit trackers, which did not work out, and so now I'm kind of just at a loss. I think I need to go back to the idea of the goals, or just let myself use this as a free-for-all collage page with just extra, you know, collage sheets and stickers and things like that, which I may just go to that, because I have my lists to do elsewhere. So I don't know, still trying to figure that out. Did not make good use of that. We'll see if I have that figured out by the end of the year. I still intend to leave a page. I like the idea of like a title page for each month, so I still intend to do that. Just not sure exactly how I want to decorate and so on. So then going on into March, we have March 1st. I have, this is by Loveland's Life. I have used several of these days of the week like this that are huge, and I put sideways on the page. They are by Loveland's Life, and I really like those. I also have a lot of these dates that were on my own Patreon sheets with this little gal with the date on it. This is purchased from a Ukrainian shop on Etsy, just as a way to help support them while they're not able to do their usual Etsy commerce that they, you know, would usually be carrying on. These are also some from some of my digital collage sheets. I believe these are available in my Etsy shop. I did a lot of finishing up artwork this month, so I have a lot of pictures of my art that I finished on these days. Most of my collage elements are from Pocket Journal Pam, Loveland's Life, Jamesburg, or I think have a few pieces by Courtney Diaz on there that are like older things that I still had around that I was trying to use up. I'm trying to do a little bit more drawing in my journals. Just a good way to practice. I kind of a lot of times end up drawing our supper. Just, I guess that's just something to draw in my life. This is a sticker that is by me. I think it's in my Etsy shop. If not, it will be soon. I love that inner critic image though. I got some new watercolors, some super granulating watercolors by Schmink, and or Schminky, I'm not sure how you say that, but I swatched them out here. I love how they look on the Tomoe River paper that Hobonichis have. I really like these cameras by Pocket Journal Pam. And this is some food packaging I like to include from time to time because I think it'll be interesting someday, just as we go back now and look at some of the old food packaging. And it's just fun to look at, and I think it will be interesting someday. So it's kind of like my little time capsule, I guess, when I include that. This I thought was fun because this one's got a little window here. So I thought that was fun. I got in the washi tape that I have been loving by James Burke, and so this was on the washi tape, and this was his little business card included in the order. One of my gals for my patron sheets. This is one of my numbers and one of my little house stickers. This is some more art that I finished up. Did a little journaling. Love these little cameras. I believe those are by Pipsticks. These little cute cameras. They're like a little bit fuzzy. Journal club was this evening, so that was fun to do. And more just workshop prep. I had a workshop on this day. I was getting ready for it on this day. Did some fiber art, so I have some pictures of that on there. It was a fun day. Just making more art. This was a Sunday after church, came home and just worked on art again. This little Monday Vibes character was one of my patron sheets. I love these numbers by Loveland's Life as well, and these little days by Pocket Journal Pam, and I think in combination those look really lovely together. They make a good team. This is one of the Courtney Diaz that I believe it's one I've had for a while. I'm not sure about that, but put that on there because I did do some sketching in my sketchbook. Kind of, that's where ideas, are born. I did this online for my patrons. I believe these neurographic, this one has neurographic hair, this one has neurographic body. Hung out with my daughter for a day. We did stuff in town. I had a meeting to go to, and then we just ran a bunch of errands and just generally had fun together, so that was a fun day. Sold a couple pieces of art on this day. So this day, I took my husband out to eat because he'd been doing a lot of framing for me. We took the art to the gallery to deliver 50 pieces of art. We used a gift card to the restaurant we went to eat at, we've had for a while, and it was just the right size to stick these little affirmation cards in, so it just seemed like a good day to have those in there. Next day we just had church and potluck after. This little printable was by Pocket Journal Pam. I had a nice long phone conversation with one of my kiddos, and so I have the phone in there. Did some work in my planner and filming that day. not a whole lot to say here other than catching up on some work that I had been putting off, and I sold 2 pieces of art at the gallery show, so that was good. I had gotten these watercolors quite a while back and just had been too busy to even get them out and try them out, so I had opened them up and tried them out this day, so I saved the packaging and just kind of stuck in here for a little bit about trying them out. This journaling block is by Pocket Journal Pam. This is something I'd saved off of, I don't know, a menu or something. I'm not sure what it was on, but we had homemade pizza that night, so I just put this little chap with these pizza on there. It was really cold this day. I'm pretty sure this sticker is from Sticky Club. A little iceberg sticker, and just seemed fitting. It's really cold. I keep thinking we're almost done with cold days. I also had this little cloud and umbrella. These were by Pipsticks. This is a date by Loveland's Life, and the day of the week by Pocket Journal Pam. Also, I got this new camera washi tape I was really happy to get. It was from Michaels. I did some collage. I have a 4-day collage workshop coming up this summer, and so I was making some examples for that and working on lesson plans, so I put a picture of those collages in here. I put a little newspaper with some like world news headlines on there. This was, we had takeout from a local restaurant, and it, came in a brown paper sack, so I just kind of drew that brown paper sack. On this day I did a lot of floral watercolor illustrations, working on another workshop that I have coming up, and I turned those into printables for my April patrons, and so I included one of those in here. I really like this purple ink that I used. I had a purple pen in conjunction with this kind of yellow. It's like, I really like this, just a very soft and pretty color combination. I need to remember that and use it more often. I worked on taxes. I am terrible at counting. I save everything. I have all the information, but I do not record it in a compiled way like I should. I use the Hobonichi Weeks, which that part of it works really well, but you actually have to, get them written down. So I had a bunch of catching up to do as I work on getting my taxes done, which needs to happen here soon. And did some exercising, so I put my little exercise shoes down here. Another date by Loveland's Life, and weekday by Pocket Journal Pam. I really like how those look together. Here's another one of my floral illustrations that my patrons will get. And we went to a wedding. The date was 3/25, and their wedding was at 3/25, so that was kind of cute. So while we were in town, my husband and I ran some errands, and did some grocery shopping and things like that. So just kind of wrote about that. We went out to eat, and this croissant wrapper was on a plate under some food, and so I saved a clean portion of it, several little pieces of it I saved on here and used. And these are some watercolor trees that I really like the look of that. We live in the country, and we are working on a building project or just getting ready to start, and so we were figuring out exactly where it goes. And it was a beautiful spring day and just a lovely day to be outdoors, and so I just really enjoyed seeing the trees and being outside. And I've been cooped up in my studio for quite a bit of the last couple months, and I just enjoyed the little outing to be outdoors. This evening we had my opening reception for my show at the gallery, so this was a little advertising postcard for that. The next day we had reception number 2, and I told my husband, it's like, oh, you don't have to go to it, and if you don't want to. And he said, oh, okay. And then I was like, but I'd really like you to, and he very willingly and graciously came along with me. But anyway, I thought this kind of summed it up perfectly, because I'm kind of pulling him along with me, and he's smiling though, good sport about it. He's a very good supporter. And so this artist, I will have to try to look up and put in the description below, but I've gotten several of her little bits of work. She has like, it's from Redbubble, so you can get stickers or postcards or, you know, prints, different things from her. But I'll try to look that up and link it below. But I just love her work. So the little town that the gallery is in, it's a nearby town, but they're celebrating their 150th anniversary or birthday, whatever that is. So they had stickers, so I stuck that sticker in there, and I came home and kind of worked in my journal for a bit. And my husband was sweet and fixed macaroni and cheese, and because I lost track of time as usual. And then after supper he went and played pickleball. So I stayed home and did some work. So on Monday I spent most of the day working on my Patreon sheets, mostly on Procreate. My daughter and her little new baby came by for a visit, so that was really fun. Got to see them for a little bit. And my new stickers from Redbubble, this being one of them, came this day. I did make some kebabs for supper. Those were really good. The following day, the 29th, was really warm. It was like 84 degrees, which was really, really nice, beautiful day. Makes you feel like spring's finally here. I stamped a bunch of leaves and cut out to collage onto a piece of art. I'm still working on art because I have some art fairs, art festivals coming up. The next one's just in about a little over a week away. So I'm still working hard on art. So made mention of that. The next day was like really stormy, so I drew this little storm cloud and lightning bolt that's similar to one I'd already done for my patrons. We had wraps that evening, so I drew those in there. And then the last day of March we had snow. I took a picture of our snowy front yard, and I just haven't printed it out yet, but it will go right here underneath this little die cut frame that I had saved, and I think that'll be cute to have that under there. Another phone conversation with one of my kids. This is by Pocket Journal Pam. It says creating happiness in my journal, and you know, it was just a very satisfying day. Just a good day. And then that brings us to April, and I will decorate this page for April to become a title page. I think this is one of the stickers that my sticker club people, patrons will get in April, so I think I'll stick it there. I really like how it looks. And then I will go on from there. I think I've already kind of stuck some of the dates in here to get ready to set up April, but that will be for another day. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have had fun if you're journaling as well. I hope your your March went well, and your April will be even better. So thank you for watching. Till next time.